What's up, guys? This is Kephas and we're playing more World of Warcraft. Woo! Alright, we're back. And we're leveling still on the Wandering Isle. We're about to take down some more monkeys. So this should end well. Hopefully I don't get killed, because I die here a lot. I've leveled up pandas a lot, as I've said before, and I tend to get reckless, not paying attention, and fight like 100 of these guys at once, and it can get pretty bad. So, but that's okay. We've got some help. Good old G Firepaw with us, and we're gonna do all these quests. We gotta find these things and try not to die, and it's gonna be good. So, yeah, guys, I'm having a lot of fun with this still. Seriously, the feedback is fantastic. The voting is great. I appreciate your participation. I'm glad that you guys are enthused. Keep voting. If you haven't voted yet, there is still time. We're going to keep the voting going up until the episode where I choose which faction I play, which will not be this one. It'll be, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know how much more I have. I can't remember. I think I still have just quite a bit to go. So, and I'm not trying to make these episodes too long. So we're just kind of going with the flow here and seeing where we go. So you still have time to vote. I'll be sure to let you know when it's the episode, like when it's your last chance. So you're good. I just want to hit like level 10 so I can have more abilities, so this can become more interesting. And there's a good chance that this will be the episode where that happens. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get into some better like gameplay where I'm not just like hitting one. Well, I always hit one button, but I like to do more abilities. I'd like to appreciate G Firepaw for helping me out, because he is just like owning everything for me while I just spam Heroic Strike. So thanks, dude, for reals. You the real MVP, G Firepaw. That was way more urban than what I meant it to be. Yeah, I know I just said that. It's all good. We're good. G Firepaw is owning. Look at this nonsense. Seriously, I've died here before, but luckily I'm a warrior and I have Victory Rush, and everything's just like, everything's good. It's like back when I was playing Blood Death Knight in Wrath, and I just stood in one spot and killed waves and waves of mobs as they respawned, because there were like 1,000 Death Knights everywhere, and it was fantastic. I like doing that. Do you remember back in the day in WoW when like every time you killed something you had to plop down and eat because you just like you didn't heal like you do nowadays? Like you didn't self-heal, you didn't heal in between fights. It was like you fought one thing and it was like it almost killed you, or you had to refill your mana. Yeah, look, people say that I see WoW through rose-colored goggles. They're wrong. I don't miss everything. One of the things I don't miss is that. I like that the downtime has been lessened significantly. That is one thing that I don't miss. I don't miss talent trees. I think talent trees were not fun. I'm not going to miss Reforge when it's gone. That's going to be a great change. We can turn in some quests. Might as well do that. There's a lot of things I don't miss. There's some things that I do miss, and there are a lot of things that I don't. So it's not like I think that every change that's ever happened in Warcraft is bad. That's silly. A lot of changes have been good. I would say that most of the changes are good. It's just that some of the changes are significant enough that they have changed the game almost too much in some ways. And hopefully a lot of those changes will be fixed in Warlords. As I've said before, I think that a lot of them are. So, you know, we'll see. You never know. I mean, there's always good. I think, you know, people say this expansion sucked. This expansion was good. I think every expansion had good and bad about it. That's kind of the idea. Like, Burning Crusade was not the golden age. There were plenty wrong with Burning Crusade. There was plenty wrong with Vanilla, and Wrath. There was a lot wrong with Wrath. Even though Wrath was my favorite, it wasn't a perfect expansion. There hasn't been a perfect expansion. Cataclysm wasn't all bad, even though a lot of people hated it. I know a lot of people that liked it. I didn't hate it. I raided still. As a matter of fact, the least amount of raiding I've done is in Pandaria, and it's not even because I don't like the expansion. I think the expansion is great. This is probably one of my favorite expansions, as a matter of fact. But okay, it's one-handed. We don't need it. Okay, but you know, just because the expansion's not perfect doesn't mean that it's bad. Just, you know, everybody has their preferences, I guess. I think Pandaria is fun. I think it's been a great expansion. I think Warlord is going to be a great expansion. I actually I've liked every expansion, and one of the things I like are the changes. I like that Blizzard changes the game significantly, because that's how it stays like alive. I mean, if it was the same thing, we would get tired of it. So changing it up, not only to adapt to the modern MMOs or the future of gaming or whatever we want to call it, you know, not only that, but it also makes it interesting, because we have to learn new systems, even if it's a new rotation or like new talent tree systems, new glyph systems, all that stuff. It's changing the game to improve it, but it's also changing the game to keep it fresh and relevant, you know. So, and I think WoW stays ahead of all of them. You know, one of the things that I find myself doing, like when I play a new MMO, I don't try to compare it to WoW, but you know, there's just something that WoW has that all other MMOs, and I do mean all other MMOs that I've ever played. Sweet, level 9. One more level and we can start having fun. We got defensive stance, which is useless. Go away menu. But yeah, so like one of the things that I always, you know, think when I play other MMOs is just, I don't know what it is that WoW does for me that they don't. And it's not that they're not good. Like I've been playing WildStar and I really enjoy WildStar, but it's still not WoW. I mean, if it were, I would be doing a Let's Play of WildStar right now, but I'm doing a Let's Play of WoW. You know, and it's not just because you guys voted for it. It's I'm the one that put it on the list. You know, I'm playing it because I want to play it. You know, so and I'm not saying I would never do a Let's Play of WildStar, but the point is, WoW is still the best to me, and for whatever reason, you know, it just does it right in ways that other games don't. And it's just, I think it's a combination of the world, you know, the world that we're in, the fact that like right now this giant starting zone just for one race is a giant turtle, and it's a beautiful landscape, and the music is fantastic. I think that having every race have their own starting zone, every race having a significant story. One of the things I don't like about WildStar is that you start out in this corridor, you know, place. That drives me crazy. And all the races start out in the same area per, you know, on each faction. So that irritates me. Playing Final Fantasy 14 or Realm Reborn, same issue. I don't like having a story that I have to watch. I know Final Fantasy is all about the story, but you know, that's just not, in an MMO, it just doesn't work for me. One of the biggest things I had issues with in Star Wars is the same thing. It's like, you know, it's an MMO where you're supposed to be playing with your friends, and so you're sitting there in Vent, and you have to mute Vent to listen to the story. I don't play MMOs for story, developers. I play Skyrim for a story, and for ooh, I gotta be careful. I die here all the time. Like, this is crazy. You know, there are a lot of other games I play for story and for being the special snowflake in the adventure, and MMOs are not one of them. In MMOs, I cherish the fact that I am one of many soldiers, and I develop, you know, friendships, relationships, in a way, develop my own squad or party, you know, through these games. That's part of the beauty, is that I am one of many. So taking me away from that is a little bit annoying. And in WoW, they do it so well. You're an adventurer, you know, you're a champion. You're a champion, not the champion. You know, there are many others. And so it encourages you and reminds you that, you know, you didn't beat Arthas. You didn't beat Deathwing. You and a bunch of buddies did. You know, so that's one of the things that they do right, I think, is that they focus on the world around you, and the fact that you are among many in that world. And a lot of MMOs are trying to be a single-player game in an MMO setting. That's why Elder Scrolls fails. You know, that's why you know, that's why other MMOs just don't. To me, they don't work. Maybe that's just my opinion. And it's not that they're not good games. It's just that they're not, you know, they're not WoW. And now we gotta fight this guy. And I can't remember how. I always screw up at this because I don't even know. I think I just gotta use this thing. And oh yeah, I forgot. You hear that music in the background? I will award points to anybody in the comments who can tell me where this music is from. I forgot. I have a mod installed, and I've had this mod installed since like early BC when I first started playing. It was one of the first mods that I fell in love with because it was like clear font that brought me to the mods. And then, well, this is lame. I guess I can go over here. Clear font brought me to the mods because I was looking for a font mod, you know, a mod that helped me to read the game actually better. Sorry, I'm failing at this. I really don't even know what I'm supposed to do right now. But one of the other mods that I discovered was this soundtrack mod, and it was cool because it allows me to play my own soundtracks in the game. So I can have songs for combat like I am right now when I'm fighting an elite mob, rare mobs, you know. I can have music for zones. The only reason why I don't have a soundtrack assigned to this zone is because I actually really enjoy the music for this zone. So that's why you haven't heard the soundtrack mod yet, but this is the first time you're hearing it. Again, if you know where the music comes from, what this music is, from what game, it's from a game, a different game that I love very much. And you're going to hear songs throughout the adventure. I debated whether or not I was going to keep it on, and I decided that I would do it because I thought it'd be fun to see if you guys could guess, you know, which okay, now we can take it now. We can try to. If you guys could guess which songs you hear in each zone, and see if you could comment on what song it was, if you could figure it out. I thought that'd be fun, but also because it does personalize my adventure, because I really don't. I have always played with the soundtrack mod, so I don't really listen to the in-game music, and I don't like listening to like a playlist or like a radio or something. I like to personalize my adventure a little bit. You know, it brings back some nostalgia. I have a lot of different games, songs that you're going to hear. Now, if it becomes an issue with YouTube because people are copyright Nazis and all that bull crap, you know, then I'll turn it off and we'll just go on without it. But if not, if it's not an issue, then we're going to go for it and see what happens. All the music will be from video games, you know, so this is such an annoying fight. Seriously. I don't even know if I'm missing another... Oh, I am. There are fireworks up here. See, this is what stinks about not being able to see all the time. I didn't even know they were up here. That makes sense. But, yeah. So, comment in the comments if you know what game this song is from, just for fun. And you might be excited to see what else I have. I go through phases. You know, I always, because you can change it obviously, and one of the reasons why I do it is because, again, this is a game that I've played for 7-8 years. Am I failing at this horribly or what? Like, I don't even know what I'm doing. But yeah, I've been playing this game for years, and so, you know, having it, you know, changing the music in a zone, just that alone can keep the game fresh. Hey, it's good to see you, man. You know what would be cool is if we could finish this, because this is really annoying. You know, just saying. I mean, can we just do this? Oh, for crying out loud! He moves too fast. I should have had the Elder Scrolls music, the dragon fight music for this. That would have been kind of appropriate. But that would be more fun. See, the Elder Scrolls dragon fights are more fun than this. This is not fun. This is annoying. I think the reason why I don't know how to do this is because I've always done this with a bunch of people around, and we just kind of do it really fast, and now I'm trying to figure out, but I got it. And I got to talk to you guys about the soundtrack mod while I did that nonsense. So, sorry I'm not pro, and I didn't know what the heck I was doing, but I'm pretty sure... Oh, for crying out loud. No. Really? Okay, good. Finish him. Seriously? Okay. He's dead. For goodness sakes, we got it. And maybe if I had more attacks, it'd been more fun. But hey, it's alright. Now what? We got a cloak. Can we equip that cloak? I've hidden cloaks and helms because I think it's cool to be a panda without cloaks and helms. So I just don't like them on the female pandas. For some reason, all my female characters, I don't like wearing helms. I don't know. I just like to see their pretty faces. What can I say? That sounded kind of weird. But anyways, so yeah, that's a little taste of the soundtrack mod. It's definitely a lot of fun. I can show you the, you know, what it looks like. I think I've shown it off before, but basically, Well, actually, you know what? I'm not going to do that because then you'll see all my songs. So we want to keep it a secret. So I'm not going to do that. But you know, you can add songs to all the zones, to fights, to like specific subzones. So like if you go to a specific town, it'll play a different song than the whole zone itself, which is pretty cool. So like if I was going to Goldshire, it would change the song if I wanted to do it like that. I don't really set that up because it's a little bit tedious, and it's kind of like you have to go to the zones to unlock them all. So, but yeah, it's a lot of fun to do. It also makes it easy for me to, like, certainly on a PvP server, if I go into combat against a player and I don't realize that's happened, I have a specific song for that. So it helps me keep track of when I'm in combat and when I'm fighting, you know. So, you know, having specific songs for boss fights, for example, having a song for when the boss goes below a certain amount of health, for example. You know, that helps me keep track of things. So there are a couple good benefits for it. I don't have songs for like every time I go into combat, so like for normal mobs, because then it just gets too crazy. So it's like constantly switching out songs, and I don't really need to know when I'm fighting a normal mob, you know, so that's a little bit chaotic. So I don't do that, otherwise it would get pretty annoying. But yeah, some zones is just nice to, you know, like when I go to, well, again, I don't want to give it away. Dang it. I wanted to give a good example. I have a really cool song for Vashir, let's just put it that way. And I honestly think, because like, a lot of people I know hate Vashir. I mean, like, pretty much everybody hates Vashir with a passion. And I loved it. And I think the reason why, oh, here we go. I think the reason why I liked it so much was because of the song that I had chosen for it. Like that like made the experience even more fun in a weird way, just because of the song I had picked out for Bashir, you know. So sometimes it just like there are certain songs that I've had in the same zones the whole time, and I couldn't imagine the zones not having those songs. So it's weird how much it's just kind of changed the gaming experience for me. And some of those songs that are associated with other games, I associate more now with WoW than I do even those other games. So, you know, just because I've been doing it for so long. Pretty cool. It's definitely a lot of fun. So, now I gotta find these things that are... This is one of the most annoying parts of this whole experience for me, because these things down here spawn more things, and it's annoying. And then on top of that, I have to find these stupid things that are hanging from the tree. I'm not even gonna worry about professions right now, because that makes it even more annoying. So... yeah, I wish I had AoE. Like, oh, these guys. See, this is just my least favorite part right here. I think it gets, like, after this, considerably better. Not kidding. So, hey, it's all good. We'll make it. Quit complaining, you know. There are going to be areas that you don't like as much. Okay, let's get these. Gotta find 8 of these things. There's one. Now, sorry, concentrating. Like I said, this is really hard for me, actually trying to see these things. I hate gather quests more than anything in the world, especially when it involves attacking annoying frickin' mobs. Okay, that was weird. Okay, die. Hurry up. Okay, now let's step back so we don't fight 1,000 of these guys. Yeah, this is hard to see these things. Yep. So let's see. We'll kill more, and then there's one. Tell you what I'm probably gonna do, because I'm having such a hard time doing this and I can't really talk. I am going to gather up these things off screen. So we've got 8 now. We've got both quests done. Just killed those guys and got those things. I actually died. Not gonna lie. Off screen, I got attacked by like a ton of those dudes. But it's okay, we got it done. I always have a hard time with that quest. Any quest like with gathering weird little obscure looking things is always going to be tricky. So, you know what? We got him though, and we're good. We're set. Now we just gotta listen to this poor guy talk. He's kind of pulling a Yoda here. So, yeah, you know, it's sad. Panda dies. Spoilers if you haven't done this. Which, obviously, disclaimer, if you're watching a Let's Play and you don't think there are going to be spoilers, you're going to have a bad time. Just say it. Alright, dude, would you hurry up and die already so we can get on with this? I mean, jeez.
We are all in danger. With the help
All
of
in
the
danger.
elements, you will break the silence. You will speak to him.
Okay.
Asa and Jin have retrieved the spirit.
I feel bad talking over him. I feel like I'm being rude.
You are to go with them. Speak to the great Shenzin Su and do what must be done to save our people. You've come far, my young student. I see within you a great hero. I leave the fate of this land to you.
Okay. Thanks. Cool. Let's go. Let's do this. Oh, we're going to talk to the turtle, aren't we? Sweet. The turtle is cool. The turtle is awesome. I remember the first time, because I think this is like, because I don't pay attention to quest text, so I didn't even realize that, like, what was going on up until now. So I'm like, whoa, my god, we've been on the turtle this whole time. And everyone's like, yeah, they've said that. Like, you're like, oh, my bad. Makes sense, Wandering Isle, all that good stuff. Except, you know what, I just realized this takes forever, so I'm going to speed through this. Is he talking with food in his mouth? Look, there's food in his mouth. He's talking with food. That's rude. Oh, goodness gracious, that took a lot longer than I thought. Alright then. Well, I hope that when we turn this quest in, we will have hit level 10, I think. And I hope. I'm pretty sure. So, and we're almost done, I think. I think. I mean, I don't know, and I don't want to say for sure, but I'm pretty sure that, yeah, I don't even know. You know what, forget all that. Who knows? I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure we're getting close to the good stuff. Not that this hasn't been good. I mean, this has been great, but man, that took forever. That dude had a lot to say. All he had to do is say, would you pull the thing out of my side? Thanks. There we go, level 10. Ding. We dinged 10. Now we get to pick our thing. So let's do that real quick. Arms Warrior is what we are going to be. So click, click. Now here's the cool part. With this mod that I use, Macro Toolkit, there we have Mortal Strike. We can take this stuff off. And we go into macros. I can go over to this character, and then I can click this. I can copy from another character. Now you're seeing like all my characters, so enjoy that. So I'm looking for my other warrior, which is Kephki from AIE, and now I have all the other macros that I've used. So rather than having to like, you know, go in and try to find all these macros, they're all right here. So I can just copy and paste this macro. So I hit copy, and then I hit exit, and then there it is. So actually I can go back. I forgot. I can just kind of click and then hit copy, and it will put those macros. I'm just going to take the arms ones for now because I don't need any of the other ones. And then when I go back, well, there they are. So now I have my single target and my AoE, which the AoE one is pretty useless right now because it doesn't really have any of the AoE attacks, but we'll put it in place anyways. So now this macro will take care of my charge, Mortal Strike, and Execute all in one shot. So now that kind of, it's not much yet, but as I get these abilities, it'll be more meaningful. So now we're macroed up, and now we can just play the game, and we actually have some attacks. Thank goodness. But we're going to have to save those for next time because that is an episode. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to vote on which faction you want to see me go with, Horde or Alliance. Link in the description below. Have a wonderful day. This is Kephas. Until next time.